Okay, after you've scored all 4 pieces, take 2 of the pieces, line them up. You're going to take some kind of score tape. I don't think tape runner would work, or glue is too messy, but if you have some kind of a score tape, that would work best. And what you're going to do is you're going to put some up here on this side, your left corner, the right corner, on this piece here. And just make sure you stay above those score lines. And then also on the lower left, stay within the score line. This is the trickiest part, making the base of the card. The decorating is the easy part, but this is kind of the trickier part. I have to look and think about it. Okay, so once you get that on there, let's just pull the backing paper off. Let's just do the top here first. So it's important to line up everything so nothing overlaps, so then you can flip the card. Okay, so now take another piece, and we're going to hold it this way. So these score lines are up and down, so we're going to flip this one here. Let's start with one piece. We're going to line up these corners here and line it up the best you can. And when you get that lined up, press it down. And then we're also going to line up this side here and press it down. Okay? All right, so that piece is there. Now we're going to remove the backing paper from the lower 2. It's good to have a pokey tool or something pokey to get this, especially if you don't have any nails to grab this on, grab the ends with. Okay, so then take this one. It's important to butt it up, not so much line it up here, but butt it up here, because if it overlaps, it will not flip. So try to butt it up there and also line up at the bottom the best you can and press. Now, if I did this correctly, this card is going to flip and we're going to score. So here it is. This is what we did. Open it up. Take your burnishing tool, a bone folder, and burnish the folds. Okay? Then take it and flip it this way. And now burnish as well. Okay, there we go. We did it. Oh, here's some excess tape runner sticking out. Let me get rid of that here, because we don't want that sticking out. Okay. All right, we've got our card base ready. Now it's the fun part, time to decorate. So what we're going to do is, oh gosh, let me look here. Okay, we're going to start here. So look at your base, because once you start flipping it, you're going to realize that you don't know where the beginning is. I don't know if there's a right or wrong way, but this is where I start, right here. So this fold, the score lines are here, big pieces are here. So we're going to start here, okay? So I gave you the measurements of the pieces that need to be cut. All right, so what we're going to do here is cut the back paper as I gave you directions. So I have it here, and we're going to add that on. Make sure your bats are flying in the right direction. And I just use my tape runner for this. And you want to just center it the best you can. Give it a nice little black border all the way around. So once I get one piece done, when I put the piece next to it, I try to line it up so they look the same across each other. like that. And then 2 on the bottom. This is such a fun card. I had a blast making this and making up my little story with it. I think I told you earlier in the video, I made this card and I texted each step, each page, each flip I should say, to my friends. And I had a little story to go with them. And they were just, I think they were hanging on the edge of their seat waiting for the next page, the next flip, and the next storyline. So it's kind of fun. I'll read it to you at the end. Okay, so we have our bats on. And now what I did here is I kind of fussy cutted this square so I could get some nice haunted houses in here. So I've got those here. So let's put those in. I love Halloween. I really do. Not so much a lot of the scariness of it. I think when I was younger, I liked more the scariness of it, but I just love the fun of it now. It's okay to be scared a little bit, but mostly just the fun. And I have a witch's brew party at my house for some friends. And I make a big deal out of it, the best I can. And I think they enjoy coming. So I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Okay, so what I did here was I used one of the Monster Bash enamels that you get. So I put a tombstone there. So let me get this out. Just grab this tombstone off of here. I just kind of put it there. And then what I did, I had some of these little Halloween night enamel dots that were available a few years ago, but really you could put anything you want or not put anything at all. I just take every opportunity to add something to my work, whether it be an enamel dot, and I put it right in the middle here on this little house. But you could put a rhinestone, you can put some stickles, a dot of stickles there. So I did that. The only other thing I did, which I won't do on camera, is the moons. I highlighted with Crystal Effects or Glossy Accents. It's a liquid in a bottle. You can get it at, I don't know if you can get it at Michael's. You can get it at Hobby Lobby, and it just puffs up a little and makes things a little shiny and glossy. So I did hit the moons here with that, but I won't do that now because it'll take time to dry and I won't be able to flip. The only other thing I did was I added some bat stickers I had. Now you can die cut some bat stickers, any kind of sticker you have. I just happen to have some bat stickers here. So just for added interest, I put a couple bat stickers here like that. Okay, so there's the first page right there. Now, if we flip it, we open it this way, we come to this page here. Okay. I can't wait to tell you about the story I concocted for this. So this is the page I call In the Library. So with that Monster Bash Designer Series paper, there's a paper that looks like the library, the shelves of a library in a haunted house with all the haunted books. So what I did was I cut 2 pieces of that paper there. And then I have the spiderweb paper to go on there. So let's get that adhered. Okay, and then the spiderweb paper here. This is really a fun card to give somebody. They'll sit and play with it for a long time. So once I did this, I thought it was kind of bland, and I like 3D things. So what I did was I cut some extra books out of the paper. It doesn't have to be the exact book that you see here in whatever piece you cut, but just some books. And I thought, oh, wouldn't it look cool if we dimensionalized? So I'm going to put this book here, and I'm going to pop it up on dimensionals. You don't have to use a lot. Just a couple is good. And then just put it over that for the flat book, like that. I got a dimensional paper in there. Okay, and for these other books, I thought it would be fun to put some of these. So what I did was I cut them out, and then I took my bone folder, excuse me, and I curled them a little to give them some dimension. So they actually look like the spine of a book when you look at books on shelves. So I curled them a little bit. And what I'm going to do is put a couple dimensionals, and I pop up about 3 on each little paper here. So let me just get these ready here, and we'll put some dimensionals on them, and then you can see what it looks like. Okay. All right, let's get some, use some mini dimensionals, or you can just cut your regular dimensionals and cut them in half. And this really makes a difference on this page. It gives it some interest and depth. It looks really cool. So let's see here. I'll put that one right here. Okay. And let's see here. This one here. See, sometimes you don't have a full book. So let me cut some of this off. And put a couple dimensionals here. So I started a Witch's Brew party about, well, this will be my third one, my third Witch's Brew party for my friends and family. It's mainly the girls, but some of the husbands come after a little while. They come for the food. And we have a blast. And I usually have a theme. Okay, let me just get a couple more books here. The first year we had was just, it's called Witch's Brew, so we were witches. And then last year, since it was the anniversary, 25th anniversary of Hocus Pocus, which is one of my favorite movies, we had a Hocus Pocus theme party. And that was fun. And this year's theme is Disney villains. So we're chilling like villains. And I'm not going to give away who I'm going to be in case a couple of my friends are watching, but I will be a Disney villain, and it's so much fun putting costumes together. I'm so excited. Okay, so see, I dimensionalized these books. Now, it might be hard to see in the video, but when you look up close, it really adds interest to the page. I can do one more over here. Okay, let me get this one on here. Now, with the die set in the catalog, you get the word wicked, and a little spider die cut. So what I also did was put some spiders here. Now let me just find my spiders, because I thought I had them out here and I don't see them. So hold on one second, and I will find them. They're so little, they're so easy to lose. I don't know where I put them. Hold on one moment.